So guys, I could definitely say without a doubt that this damn thing is pretty freaking accurate. Look at that, 36.1 in the front, 41.9 or 42 in the rear. And those are the pressures of this bike if you're riding alone or with a passenger. Obviously, can't get better than solar charging as well. What's happening, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. So today, again, more M109R content, and I've actually been stacking up a bunch of things that riders will probably need, like, you know, I mean, if you're out there on the road and things like that. But these are things I do for my own car, my daughter's car, my truck. Like, if it doesn't come with it, I always have things like that. So I'll be putting out, you know, a couple more videos to come, but one thing that's super necessary, especially when you're on the road, is, as you can see from the intro, is an active Tpms system. Now, obviously, a lot of bikes, most bikes are not built with them. You know, I mean, you know, cars like this one that I have, that's built in there. My truck is actually built in there. My wife's minivan is built in there, but my daughter's car was not. So I'll put up a link to that video of a Tpms video that I did on her car, and it still works a year later. Fantastic. And it's great. It's great to have that peace of mind, because sometimes you don't know. And when you don't know, it's like the worst thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say ignorance is bliss, but when you don't know, that can really hurt you. So this is a Tpms system I picked up from Amazon. It's from a company called Avutrel, and these are the pieces for it. Not this, because what I was doing was I was checking my tire pressure before. So in case a lot of people don't know how to wear their tire pressures, you could either check your manual, or a lot of times it's under the seat. Once you pop the seat, you'll be able to see it. Let me show you real quick. And as you can see, what I was doing was I actually made sure I was checking my tire pressure. So my my fronts are 36, the rear is 42. Just check that for you. Just want to show you how it looks. So right here under the seat, let me see if this, it'll pick it up. Hopefully it's not too bright. The camera's not picking it up. But for solo riding and dual riding, if you have a passenger, the front, it's 36 psi cold, the rear 42. Okay, so, and it shows you like your tire size, things like that. So it's always good to either check under your seat, check your manual, things like that. So that's one way you could find out where you know, what your tire pressure is, and or where it is, matter of fact. So now, as I said, this is from a company called Avutrel. It's actually, you know, I mean, it's like 35 bucks. It's not bad. Prime delivered. And obviously, guys, it comes with, you know, your basic stuff, like obviously the front and rear is labeled Tpms sensors. There's actually a tool with 2 nuts, and you have a nifty charger. Okay, then you have this piece right here, which is the brain of it all. And this, in case you think that's the base, it's not. This is the active solar charging module right here. So when you mount this, it gets mounted. So this piece right here gets mounted to the handle, and then this piece right here gets mounted to that. So it's actually up like this, so the sun rays can hit it like so. All right, now as far as this goes, this can fit like super small handles, or what you can do is this piece right here can back out very, very far. It backed out almost over an inch, okay? Because what that does Let me show you. So what this piece does, it goes like this, you screw it in, and it tightens onto the handlebar. Okay, now there's also this piece right here at the bottom. It actually, when you screw it, it actually pushes the piece up even more. If you screw it clockwise, it recesses it back in, and this rubber gasket comes out, so you have more room. You get what I'm saying? For a slightly more sizable handle, like this one that I'll pick up, if you get what I'm saying. So let me show you how it goes. All right, guys, so as I showed you before, you have this knob right here, and it spins this piece in order to make it go up or recess it. So what I did was, there's a Phillips head screw right here. I took it out, I pulled this piece apart. Okay, so I'm gonna disassemble that piece. Okay, I'm gonna put it aside. And remember that rubber piece that it came with that was really super thick? I'm gonna put it right inside here in this bed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be using the rubber to go around my handle so it doesn't like burr it or scratch it or anything like that. You get what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna go like this. And actually it works really, really well. Squeeze a little bit. Ooh, that's perfect. Let's put that in there. Let's tighten that in. So now I got the rubber on there. And this thing, it's not going anywhere. It's like super sturdy. Especially, I'm glad that the rubber is in between there. You know what I'm saying? So it's actually really good because the rubber helps dampen the vibration and also add some cushion. You get what I'm saying? So now we could just go ahead and mount this on here. And then there's a piece to the back. What that does, you could spin it towards the body of it, and now it's tight. Now it's set. I think that's upside down. Yeah, should be like this. Yep. So when you're riding, you could look at it. Let me just pull this faceplate off. There we go. And also there's also a piece of plastic on this top right here. Ooh yeah, that's so satisfying. It actually looks really freaking awesome. Look at how it looks. So I'm not blocking any of my displays. As I show you from the past video, got my USB charging ports, fast charging ports, and my voltmeter. This shit is freaking awesome. Got my phone mount, and the thin part of the handle is over here, but obviously the brake fluid reservoir is here, and my charging port is over here. So obviously that's why I had to do a little bit of makeshifting with this with the housing. Okay, so let's go into the technicalities of this. All right guys, so before we go onto the screen, I'm going to put the TPMS sensors first. See what this one says, FW, or front wheel. So now you screw on the nut first all the way, then you put this one on. Now normally I don't use that nut, but I'm just going to show you for a demonstration, because these things are pretty good. They use that nut as a way to prevent any type of vibration for the sensor backing out. Now once you tighten that right there, you thread the nut backward, okay, and use the tool, the TPMS tool. It says TPMS, it's a little wrench, to tighten that nut against the sensor itself, like so. And it prevents the sensor from backing out. But I've used it and not used it and never had a problem, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm gonna do the real one, and then we're gonna go to the, let me see if it's actually reading. Yep, it's reading something. That's 2.49 bar. Oh, there we go. All right, so I'll go through all these settings afterwards, but right now we're good. We're at 36 in the front. So this thing is actually rated pretty accurate. So guys, I could definitely say without a doubt that this damn thing is pretty freaking accurate. Look at that, 36.1 in the front, 41.9 or 42 in the rear. And those are the pressures of this bike if you're riding alone or with a passenger. Obviously guys, the tire pressure will go up a couple pounds, obviously, when you're rolling for a while or it gets hot or the weather changes, or it might decrease, you know, it all depends. But cold, this is what it's supposed to be, okay? All right guys, so this part I'm gonna do on my phone because the GoPro is leaving like a glare on the screen because of the light. So this actually is pretty good, so at least you can see. So there's two buttons on here, okay? Now, let's see if you hold down the bottom button. Okay, notice bar is flashing. The top button is to select. So we're gonna go to PSI and then press the bottom button. On how it comes originally with Celsius, you press the top, Fahrenheit, click. Now, this is the low pressure warning right here. So the front tire is supposed to be 36. So low pressure, I would say about, let me see, 30 PSI. Because once it goes to 30, okay, the alarm is gonna sound. Okay, now we click that. High pressure, it comes at 47. Let me see. So it's 36. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Leave it at that. Let's see what happens. Okay, now it goes to the rear. So the rear is 42. Okay, so I'm gonna select. I was gonna put it 10 pounds less, but let's see. 42. So you're gonna select all the way down and it's gonna start over. So it's 42, 35, so about 7 pounds. Yep, I'll select that. High pressure, leave it like, let me see, so it's 42, 50. Yeah, let's leave it out. Let's see. I gotta ride it and see how it goes because I don't know, you know, how much the pressure is gonna be if you ride a couple miles, you know, 5 to 10 miles or whatever, depending on the heat. So I'm gonna have to adjust this as I go. Okay, so I have it 8 pounds over and we'll see where it goes. Okay, now the upper right hand corner, that's the temperature of the tire, 149 degrees. That's the internal temperature of a tire. It came like that. I'm just gonna leave that. Okay, and these are the IDs of the tires. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave that, and now we got to go to the time. So now that's AM, PM when you press the top. So we have PM, and I think we're at, it's 8:04 right now. I'm gonna pass that. 04. I'm gonna put it at 5, and there we go. Okay, so now click that, and here we are. So guys, remember, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but how this works, after 10 minutes of inactivity, this will shut down automatically. I actually charged this fully before I did this video, okay? Matter of fact, I think it came with pretty much, it was almost full. I think it was 2 bars, I think, but it was actually pretty good. So I just put it to charge regardless, okay? And as you can see, this thing is pretty accurate. Now, once it's sleeping, the moment it senses vibration, it'll wake up. And as you can see, guys, for $35, this is not bad. I don't even have to take a ride to show you because look at it. The damn thing is freaking accurate. You know what I mean? And for you guys, I end up using those locking nuts. As I said, you can do whatever you want. I've done them before in my cars, like in my daughter's car. I actually removed them. I just make sure you tighten them enough. But she's been driving around 6 months and they haven't loosened or anything like that. And everything is well. You know, I mean, as I said though, they have them there. Just don't lose the wrench. Because if you need to take it out in a hurry, you need the wrench. That's all I'm saying. Okay? But anyway, guys, definitely like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. This is really, really nifty. I really like this. And the cool thing is that this is not blocking me at all. Let me just show you. So like once I'm on here and I'm riding, let's say I turn on. You know what I mean? This is not blocking me whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? I got my display over here. My phone is over here. My my charger is right here. And you know what I'm saying? I don't have to worry like with this like blocking me in any way, because it's actually out of my way. You know what I'm saying? It's actually, this is exactly how it looks. This is exactly what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing this or anything like that. This is what I'm seeing. So I'm actually pretty damn good. All right, guys. So I just got home from I would say about 10-mile ride, just round trip. And I just want to take it for a nice little cruise. I wanted to see how fast everything reacts. Last night when I did the installation, I came back in the garage about 10-15 minutes later and the screen was off. Also, the top button, if you hold it down, it will power the entire thing down. Let me show you real quick. Okay, just hold it to restart it again. Easy enough. Now, I didn't have to do that. I left it alone. It powered down itself. And once I sat on the bike, the vibration, it just woke it up. Okay, now, obviously, the tire pressure is supposed to be 36 in the front, 42 in the rear. Right now, it's about 2 pounds more in the front and 3 in the back. Also, the upper right hand and lower right hand corners. That is the temperature, the internal temperature of the tires. The front 79 or 80 degrees. The back is 95. So we're good with that. Time is about, exactly 8:37 in the morning. And right above the battery indicator, see that sunlight? Now watch this. If I cover the top of it, it'll disappear. And it dims down a little bit, if you notice. Once I let it go, it'll pop back up. And when it's not showing on the phone that much, but I could see it, the display changes to be a little bit brighter. Okay, so you know what I mean, all in all, it's pretty cool. This thing works very, very well. And one thing to know, guys, this temperature, like say if I park the bike and it shuts down, once it wakes up, it'll be this temperature until you start rolling to recalibrate itself. So just remember that. But again, guys, definitely like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. It's actually it's a very good tool to have, especially for those of you guys that ride really far away, who really cruise on their bikes. This bike is for me, it's a very leisurely item, like to take to the gym or whatever. Just cruise around town, nothing crazy, no cross-country stuff. I'm not into that. But I like to know what's going on with my bike, so that's the reason why it's on there. And guess what? With this ride, there's no vibration. It didn't move. Nothing happened. Like, it's on point. Good product. So guys, again, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think, and I will talk to you guys soon.